The African Children Talent Discovery Foundation (ACTDF) has over the years become renowned across the world for its humanitarian gestures. With its headquarters situated in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, the foundation is recognized by the United Nations as a Grade C non-governmental organization. The ACTDF is led by its president, Engineer Noah Danlaji, a philanthropist who is also regarded as a power broker and influencer from the northern part of Nigeria. He's a powerful young Nigerian who has immense contacts in Nigeria and the world. He is a goodwill ambassador of the United Nations and has been in high demand among national and international policymakers and circles where international welfare and youth affairs are discussed.
The ACTF Foundation, which is the African Children Talent Discovery Foundation, came into being, I think, around 1996. And those days we were in Maiduguri. Begin to look at some few things. There is a place called Post Office. The Post Office is like the center of Borno State, and where you will see a lot of young children, they call them almajiri. They will come and sit down, waiting for people to eat, and then they are waiting for the remnants of those food so they can fight over it. That gave me an idea, as I said to myself. I saw the way they are fighting. I said, look, these are bad given nature. And we all know nature doesn't make a mistake, and nature does not produce a failure. Those young people can actually be important to their community, to themselves, and to the world. But you see, until you recognize who you are, you will never walk on the line of it. That is where the idea came from. And I said, look, they have talent, they have an inbuilt ability. They were born to create something in this world. They were born to achieve something. And I began to say to myself, something has to be done. Started doing some research and then come up about the Nigerian Children Talent Discovery Foundation, where the idea behind it was to sell this idea to the first ladies of Nigeria, where it would be like a prerequisite that every first lady must adopt this to see how they can incorporate the young children in their state. But when I discover it's not working, and I said, look, this is something I think I should pursue it. And that's how we started. And then from the Nigerian Children Talent Discovery Foundation, we decided to go internationally and say, look, the whole continent is in this desire to have such initiative that can alleviate poverty by using their inbuilt ability. And that's what gave birth to the African Children Talent Discovery Foundation.
The ACTDF empowers the less privileged in the society and has supported no fewer than 10,000 beneficiaries with the provision of scholarships, community development programs, widows empowerment initiatives, infrastructural development, and sister partner initiatives that span across several countries of the world.
Before anyone comes in here to ask for sponsorship by the foundation, we actually verify that. So it must be genuine, first of all, for us to move forward with that. As far as it's genuine, then we just go forward with that, because that's what we're here for. We're here for the youth. And aside that, we have platforms, social media handles to our Instagram, Facebook. They could reach us, anyone could reach out. We've had where youth actually get to call our attention to some aspect of maybe not being able to finish up with school because of financial issues or anything at all. We just come into it like that too. And as long as it's genuine, we'll take it up from there. And this happens for both national and international. We don't just give the sponsorship based on national level alone. We go our way out, both internationally.
The ACTDF has set primary goals. These include developing a secure and safe world for the disadvantaged persons across the world, meeting the needs of humanities, and keeping kids in school through tutoring and financial aid. The foundation intentionally supports children and defends their rights, particularly the right to quality education. Reports say the ACTDF provides scholarship for more than 70 students annually to study in American universities.
We operate in empowering the youth more especially. We deal with social infrastructures such as something to assist the community or the society in getting literate, that is Western education. We assist in building schools. We assist in even taking light to communities that are less privileged in getting the light. Whatever the demand is, if it's only to enhance human living in the world, these organizations used to intervene and give them the adequate attention required. We dug wells in terms of boreholes, and so even the solar boreholes also, and that manual one, that is just the common borehole we'll talk about, that's the manual one. We also build even dug wells in a situation where the borehole cannot be obtained and solar power cannot be obtained. Then when there is that crime need of water shortage or water desire in such areas, we provide alternatives. It's better than leaving them without any solution. And this organization, you may wish to know that it is one of the only organizations that represent the entire youth of the world in annual United Nations General Assembly. And not only that, it's been given a space to make some contributions towards youth empowerment. Our chairman is a man with good heart. He's a man with humility. He's a man that cares a lot about. He doesn't want, even he doesn't know you. Once we met on the way and you are complaining of the problem, he doesn't want that problem to affect you.
When you talk about education, in 2010, I was privileged to sign a sister city program with the city of Auckland, and Bauchi State and Auckland City. And then it gave birth to a lot of project scholarship and health program and all other programs like that. And I can assure you there are many students right now. They are in California State University, some are in Georgia, some are in different states as a result of this sister city. It was signed into law by the then President Barack Obama in 2012. And in Nigeria back here, we have a lot of kids who are in our scholarship. In Bauchi State, in Faharia Foundation School. In Abuja here, there is a secondary school also here. We just adopted about 200 students. And then we have some in the University Polytechnic here in Nigeria, back here at home. So what we need to continue to do is to make sure we sustain this program so that the young people will be incorporated and had hope and believe that, yes, there is hope for them so they can continue to remain in the positive aspect of their life instead of diving into negative aspect.
The ACTDF has over the years impacted the lives of millions of Nigerians using sports, fashion, entertainment, and education as tools. The Noah Downlogy Legacy Project has been the platform on which hundreds of initiatives have been conceptualized and actualized. A few months ago, Bauchi was agog when the Noah Downlogy Talent Hunt program visited the northeastern state. The event opened every eye to the realities about Nigeria's northeast, underlining the possible safety, business and economic potentials of the region. Nigerian and African football stars including Kanu Wako, Austin Okocha, Emmanuel Babayaro, Tijani Babangida, Garba Lawa, Daniel Amokaji, Ghana's Stephen Appiah, Senegal's Khalifa Fadiga and Lumana Lualua of Congo all converged on Bauchi to mentor young footballers under the auspices of the Nuandalaji Legacy Project, and also play a novelty in honor of Engineer Dalaji, a philanthropist and the brain behind the project. Talents in music, dancing and acting were also scouted, and A-list music acts like Peter Okoye, Ricardo Banks, Waje and prominent dancer Kafi were all available to mentor young girls and boys who have the capacity to excel in the entertainment industry.
Our major aim, first of all, in Actdf is to see to it that a lot of children, youths, Nigerian youths, doesn't matter where they are from, are empowered and given a voice, given hope, given vision. We want to see to it that as much as we can, so many children are taken off the streets, especially those from places that are not really recognized, not really given so much priority. So that's why you see that most of our programs, we go into places where you don't even expect us to go into, just to search for talent, to search for skill, and something that needs to be polished.
The Actdf, through the Noah Dalaji Legacy Project, then stormed to Lagos to stage one of the biggest sports competition in the state in recent years. This time, it was a women's cadet football contest and a para-soccer championship which lit up Nigeria's commercial capital. This project was carried out in partnership with Africa's biggest women football star, Azizat Oshuola.
Actdf has been involved in numerous projects that has actually impacted the lives of Nigerian youths, African youths, and youths at large in the whole world. You know, we are not actually a profit-oriented agency. We are non-for-profit agency. So we don't actually emphasize on profits. We don't make profits. But we have spent huge amount of millions to make sure that these kids are sent out of poverty.
To float an NGO is not an easy thing to do because particularly in Nigeria here, a lot of people believe the moment you said you are doing an NGO, they believe, oh, these are people who are just looking for money. These are people who are using NGO to do some kind of scam, or these are people who are using the name of NGO to cover up a lot of things. So it's never been an easy journey. And you see, with determination, we keep going, we keep moving, and we said we're not going to stop. This must produce a result because if truly it's a passion, then it must come to stay.
The Actdf went back to the north, and this time Kano was blown away with another Noah Dalaji Legacy project. This time, the foundation partnered former Nigeria D Tigers captain Olumide Oyedeji in staging perhaps the biggest cadet basketball competition in Nigeria in recent years. Ten states, including host Kano, Kebbi, Katsina, Bauchi, and Taraba, participated. But it was the boys from Kano that emerged champions, beating Kaduna in the final. The young boys went through comprehensive life coaching and mentoring sessions with the aim of supporting them to attain fulfilling careers in basketball. Indeed, more than 14 players were highlighted from the competition as potentials good enough for export to United States for collegiate basketball. This basketball initiative was touted as good enough to redirect the youths of Nigeria from banditry and other forms of criminality because it offered a platform for self-development, life achievement, and economic independence. Indeed, engineer Noah Dalaji has told all who cares to listen that the aim of the Actdf is to build a great nation through the discovery and development of young talents in every field of endeavor and supporting them to fulfill their destinies.
We believe in developing the youth. They get to also give back to the society, and if there's any talent maybe in them, which education is going to help refine that. and make that much more in use to the society.
All we are after is how can peace continue to reign in this country and in the other part of the world.
The ACTDF has been on the forefront of providing infrastructures to rural areas in Nigeria and other parts of Africa. The provision of water, electricity, medical intervention and hospital equipment, food for the poor and homes for the homeless are a few of many other projects carried out by the foundation.
Chairman is coming from also a poor family background, but he is privileged to see himself where he can assist other less privileged people too. This is what he has in mind. How can he see that the entire world is living not in quite abject poverty? All he's doing is to see how he can improve the life of those people he is interacting with. How can he improve the life of the society he is dealing with? How can he see the younger ones are becoming well developed on their talents, their skills, and such skills will in turn add value to the society? This is all his life, and that's what he is pursuing.
These philanthropic activities have not been limited to Nigeria, as the ACTDF has touched lives in Ghana, Senegal, and several other African countries.
If you go to Dakar, we have built a primary school in Dakar, Senegal, and we are trying to build a hospital in Ghana right now. And also, we have built boreholes in various parts of this country, such as Kano, Bauchi State, name them. And we are working with all the Conference of Speakers of state legislatures in Nigeria. About almost, I'm sure, 20-something of them or more has benefited from our solar project. We have given them solar in their different constituencies. And also, we are about to start giving them boreholes. Every speaker will have 15 boreholes, in places where there is need. Why we're using them as our gatekeepers who know those places, because we cannot know every state that has need. But them as the politicians, they know. In a particular village, they have an issue of water, issue of light or something. So once they make a case and then we do some kind of investigation, it's a genuine case, we release those solars to them. About almost 20 speakers has received. We have the list here, of course. And also, we have started the borehole, but we'll start doing it in every state in this country. So these are part of the project that we have done. And right now we are embarking on a project to supply medical equipment to every state, worth $10 million. We give them free of charge in every state in Nigeria. The idea is to make sure we have better hospitals in Nigeria, so we don't need to travel abroad for medical treatment. The corona pandemic has taught us a lesson that I think we should, by now, begin to think of. We need to have a standard hospital in every state, so that there won't be need for us to travel abroad for medical equipment. So those are part of the project that so far we have achieved.
Talent makes way for those who discover theirs and nurture it. This is exactly what the ACTDF has been doing with young Nigerians and indeed young Africans over the years, thereby emancipating thousands of people from poverty through literacy, talent hunt, and other infrastructural projects. The foundation also aims at securing greater justice in social agreements, while also promoting the ability of Nigerians and Africans to exercise their freedoms. The ACTDF acknowledges and defends the richness of human diversity as a key value for social cohesion, peace, and dignity.